easy pickers for all your picking needs.
All good to go. All right. Welcome to the Premier League Super Singles 15-week round. Now the finals, Troy Rudling and Jacob Dunn. After about 15 weeks. Gibbo, I've got Nathan Gibson here, Damien Stafford on the comms. Ready to commentate a ripping final between these two blokes that have played well, obviously all through the season of it. So, what are you thinking, Gibbo?
Yep, looking forward to this, mate. It's going to be good. So, let's see how this happens. Are we putting money on who's going to win the lag?
Lags are hard to put money on, mate. I don't really bet on lags. I'd rather bet on AFL multis, but
Right.
yeah. So if I was putting money on, I would bet on Jacob. So it's a good start for me.
I was about to go Ruds. I'm glad I didn't.
So in the final, race to 11. So we've gone through the day. Top 8's obviously played through today. We had races to 9 through the first lot of finals. Semis were 10, and now the finals race to 11. So both boys have played really good opponents throughout the day to get through to where they are. Jacob beat Ruds earlier. Beat Pete Zanardi. Ruds lost the first one, then beat Brooksy, and then beat Charlesy to get through. So both have played really good matches to get through to the final. So I'm looking forward to looking at how these boys go about it. It's a good break to open up.
That's a good start, isn't it? That's a really good start.
How's he landed there? He's not too bad. Yellows look pretty good.
I think yellow
Straight
are
out.
looking pretty pristine at the moment.
First look at clearing up the top end of this table. Probably clearing these three up down through the middle.
He's going to be further than I thought there.
A little bit further, but he's
still right.
He can still cure all of this. It's probably a bit more awkward than what he wanted to, but he can still cure right through. As long as he screws back. For this
Is he
one
going
in the
into the
middle.
reds, do you reckon, Damo? That red there?
No, he should be fine.
Blue clip, yep.
Probably just be hoping to play this yellow in the middle and nudge off that red and land on these two yellows down at the bottom. If he can land down that end of the table and play those two, then he's got that yellow in the middle and then the black, so he'll just be hoping to nudge off that red there.
Yeah, it's a nice
which is pretty worked out pretty well.
He's got the middle yellow now as a backup if he needs it.
Yeah. He only has to roll this in pocket pace and then can play this other yellow out and then come out for the yellow into the middle. So it should be okay if he drops at pocket pace. Even if he nudges off the rail just a little bit, just okay. He's playing the middle first. Yeah, okay. Bit of Russian blood early. Maybe the bottom yellow didn't go. It's hard to say, but
Can't tell from this angle where it goes under, so maybe it didn't go under.
maybe it didn't go.
I'm expecting probably a defensive shot here from Ruds.
I don't mind nicking off this red on the rail. That's on the left-hand side. And pop it out, but knowing Ruds, he can sneak in behind the other two reds if he wants to. So
Has he got the snooker? No.
not quite there. So just early shots. Sort of get them out of the way early.
So I reckon Jacob's got the chance to promote this one that's dead on the rail at the moment.
I
Bottom's
actually,
on the corner.
I actually think he can scroll across straight for it.
Yeah, I think he pushed it along. He hasn't. He's played it.
Okay. Thought he might have screwed straight across and
Bit
got in
surprised
behind
actually
it.
he didn't.
Still
Yeah.
okay if he lands sort of just up past where the yellow is now. He can still play along the rail and come up to the black, but
Nah.
it's what I didn't really like that choice. I just thought if you run it through and then you play that yellow down the rail and then you come back up to the black naturally with a bit of left hand side.
Yep.
But I mean, it's
I just think the shot before he probably should have kicked it out a little bit.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
that's it. It's easy to comment from here when it is on
Alwa-
the table.
It's always easier. It's always easier to play when you're back here. So, but yeah.
You can't take it.
It's always easy sitting back here. Ruds has got a lot to play with here.
I don't think he's got him, has he?
Don't think it's quite.
Not that I don't think it's going to be. I think the black's going to still be tough. You can take the yellow, but the black's going to be tough.
I mean, you just got to back yourself in now and play it up top. So
Yeah.
just back your own queuing in and play it.
Did he call a foul on himself? I think he's called a foul on himself.
Good call, 'cause I didn't see it. So
No
call.
idea what that was.
no.
He must have. I reckon the white's probably gone back on the tip. Most likely.
A lot of options here.
Yeah, that's a great
Great
shot.
shot. So only the red on the top rail that he needs to really work with now to get to. He might play up for it now. Off this red in the middle.
I reckon he's looking at that.
I think he'll
But he's got
probably play up
options if he doesn't quite get it.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's perfect. So
Probably a little bit too far, but anyway, I reckon he can manage it.
yeah, worst case you can tuck in under it and get the ball in
It's
hand.
looking like he's going to sneak under.
Yeah, which is
that's a really good shot.
yeah, and that's like early on in a match you can try and go righto. I'm just going to go for this, but you might rattle it.
Yep.
So now you've just played an open settler to get yourself in the frame. If you get
Definitely
the ball
the
in
percentage
hand,
shot there.
it's a high percentage shot early in the
Yep.
match, and it shows that you're focused and zoned in to the match.
Yep. Because it's going to be tough to pot, let alone hit. Oh,
You have to have a go. So the only thing you're hoping on there is to kill probably a couple of reds to the rail, aren't you? Really, like
Yeah.
with a shot like that.
oh mate, I'm glad it wasn't me having that shot because I would have no clue. That
Well,
just look.
I probably would have done the same thing, except I would have put on the black, so it's okay. but no.
What,
But
after you hit the red first?
yeah, absolutely. But no, the shot that he played, like I said, you're more than welcome to go for those, like outs, but playing that just settles you in early and pretty well probably guarantees you a frame with that ball in hand. So it's well played by Ruds there. Probably a little bit in between.
A little bit far. Probably not exactly.
Just a little bit in
Yeah,
between.
I like the left middle. Oh.
Probably just a little bit in between, but should still be okay. He can float up to the top rail of this one in the middle if he needs to. It's a good shot.
Yeah, nice shot.
Yeah, you can just float up for the red. Just leave yourself a bit of angle to come back down the table for the black in the middle. So. Pretty well just where he needs to be there. Would have liked to have been probably up a little bit higher,
Yeah,
but he's
but
still fine. Still
I think
fine.
I think he's okay.
Yeah, he's still fine.
I think it's going to be nice weight. Rolls it in, and he's in the black perfect. Yeah, nice rods, and I'm going to hand it over to Phil Ed.
Alright, so Ruds cleans up the first frame there just by one little mistake, but yeah, played him well as he does, but
A very disciplined frame there by Ruds.
yeah, just it was just the to be honest, it was the shot up the top rail where he decided to play the snooker instead of going. A lot of players would try and and not say that they would miss it, they might get it and Ruds could get it too, play that red into the top right, no worries, but he was disciplined, played the snooker, played the percentage shot, and he got the result.
He got the result.
So,
yeah.
you know.
I mean, something I try to tell myself, even though I don't always recognise it is the right shot, right time.
Yep.
And in the position he was in, that was definitely the right shot.
Like I
He
said,
could have gone down the bottom and potted the one over the hole and tried to work back up to it, but there's no guarantee you don't cause yourself a bit of mischief on the way and run into trouble.
like I said early in the match, it's a good shot to play. So, all right, yellows.
That was a massive break there by Ruds, and it's been a bit unfortunate to be kicked off in the middle.
If you can play. Yeah.
The bottom left cluster is a little bit untidy. Good luck choosing what shot Jacob's going to play here, because he surprises us all with his shot selection at times. But he can cue a ball very well. I'm guessing the reason why he's gone the reds is because the black doesn't quite pass to the bottom left.
I think it passes. No, I think it passes.
Actually, looking from here, yeah, it definitely does.
I mean, I didn't mind both, to be fair, but as Charlesy's pointed out, reds are pretty delicious. So
They are, but I feel like you can run into a little bit of trouble around that bottom left corner.
just depends how he plays this one after the right middle. If he screws back right now,
He's
if he
actually
screws
landed
back
really
right
well.
now, he's
Yeah.
fine. And then he plays one to the middle, and then he plays one with a bit of check. Yeah.
Yep, as long as he gets back past the blue spot here. No one's rattled.
Yeah, he's punched it a bit too hard.
From here, that black definitely still drops, and
So
Ruds is on his hardest ball on the table right now,
Yeah, well,
because
it's
that
the one that
didn't
doesn't
really have a home.
it didn't go anywhere
Didn't
until
have a
now.
pocket.
Now it goes. So, be
mean-
interesting to see if that yellow up above the red near the middle pocket just floats in.
I mean, I don't mind leaving that for last ball.
Yeah,
So
I
you
don't,
can
I don't
just
mind
play
it
that.
either.
And a little soft screw, and that black
He's
may
still
not go
fine.
now.
No, he's still fine.
I reckon it does go. You've just got to come off.
I think he's still fine. Even if he comes in off the jaw,
Just
like
touch the jaw, and
yeah, I
it should
think he's
drop.
still fine. It's more so the yellow, the high side of the middle pocket. I think you can just float that in though. Pocket pace.
I feel like you have to take the one near the black spot now.
Oh, you got to take it now. You have to take the one up the left
Just
top,
just
and then
Yeah,
the
so
one
the one near the
across.
black spot. top left.
Right, middle, and then bottom
and
left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it's just a soft screw for the.
Yeah. As long as
I
you,
mean-
if you're down from the bulk line with a bit of angle for that yellow, what
That
screwed into the middle pocket there.
I did not see
Didn't
that coming.
see that coming. Oh,
And
okay. Well, you have to take this one. I think you have to take this one down the bottom here first. Screw it back.
I don't mind him playing the one he's on, because if he just does a little soft screw, he can use natural angle
Yeah.
off the rail to come back for the one in the middle. So just between,
He's fine.
and then so long as that slides past the black,
Yeah, he's
it's
fine. He
very-
would have already checked that.
So it's just a little soft screw.
Yep. Just wants to bring it out enough so he just feels comfortable
Yeah,
queuing.
just so he can stun across, like, so he doesn't have to do too much. He can just hit this with a little bit of effort. Actually, from where he is, he probably has to bring it back now.
I mean, it's okay, but I actually thought that he could have made the queuing a little bit easier, to be fair, but I mean, he still looks fine.
I mean, for us lefties, that's probably a bit more awkward, but being a right-hander,
Yeah.
he can cue that
But
a bit more
yeah,
comfortably.
still fine though, still fine.
And we're tied up one apiece.
The in off to the middle was pretty
Very
interesting.
surprising.
Was he hoping to catch the lower middle jaw and then come out for
I
the
think
top, or?
I think he was actually trying to screw straight past the middle and get up to
Yeah.
his hard ball up on the, towards the top rail.
Yeah. It was just interesting because he just pumped that screw on and it just went bang straight in the middle pocket. Because
Yep.
I didn't even think about like screwing back off the rail or anything. So it was just interesting.
No,
Interesting to see it just pump straight in the middle pocket there. But
I mean that's probably something that we don't see. Like, we would have just been happy with just stunning that in. But where Ruds looks at it, and he goes, "Well, if I just stun this in, I could probably run into some trouble. I've
Yeah.
gotta cue something really well."
I've heard a
he
few
was
rattles there of the
unfortunate
break.
to
Yeah.
go in off, but
Oh,
some-
yellows. Jesus, have a look at them.
those yellows are delicious.
Those yellows are tasty as.
The black doesn't really have a pocket.
It goes middle right.
Oh, that'll be tight.
Goes middle right.
I mean,
Does it go bottom left? No, it doesn't from that side,
it
does it?
definitely doesn't go bottom left.
Doesn't go
Doesn't
middle.
go middle. I mean,
Okay,
he
so-
can probably play the one high
Yeah.
of the black spot
Yes.
and pot
If-
that bottom left and go into.
If you can float down to that yellow that's near the black spot and just play it and nudge that red out of the way, then it's got pockets.
Yep.
But you don't want to play it like it is as like one of your last shots. But you need to take the yellow out of the way down the bottom right as well.
As long as you can guarantee you go into
I
the
think-
red,
I think
you're fine to leave the
I-
bottom, one to the bottom right there.
I think if you play this one in the middle now, you can do it now because you've got the backup to the middle left. So if you float down now, you play that yellow to the bottom left, and then you nudge that red out of the way, and then you've got the yellow to the middle left.
I'm almost going to quit on calling shots because I think I've called three
I've
and
called
I've
this
been wrong all.
I think I've called this one. I think this is right.
You definitely want to go into the red and the black.
Yeah, well, you only want to nudge it now because you've got the yellow to the middle left, and then you're fine. You only need a little nudge.
A little nudge on the black.
Yeah, this is what he's doing now. Just nudge. No. Can't call Rudd's shots.
The
He's too
black.
good for me.
Yeah, the black might go top right. So he might be playing to land perfect on it. I'm not sure.
We've got two blokes bagging us out in the background. Fuck off, you wankers.
He's He's gone into it there.
So I don't know. I actually thought nudging into it just before was actually a good option. To be fair, but as I said, I'm not the best player, but I actually thought nudging into that just on the shot before wasn't too bad of an idea.
Yeah, I don't think he actually had the angle to force that.
Yeah.
And if you to manifest the angle, he's probably going to try and cheat the pocket and risk missing the pot.
Mm. I mean, one
So
good
I
pot
think-
here, if he stuns out the middle of the table, he's still fine.
Yeah, I mean,
But
resting on that red, he still had a shot on that bottom yellow there. But I mean, the reds are pretty fairly open here. The
They're
one
right.
above the black's a little bit tricky.
goes to the bottom left, I
But
think.
I think it does come in this bottom left pocket. So,
Yeah.
or bottom right. Bottom left as you look at the screen. Bottom right if you're standing at the top of the table. And that wiped its feet on the way in. He'll back himself to pot these. Jacob's confidence has skyrocketed since coming back from Nationals this year.
He's been
he,
playing well.
He's been playing extremely well. He was recently ranked I think it was number 3
3, I think,
in the Australian under
yeah.
23s,
Yeah.
which is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, he's been.
Sadly, he
yeah.
won't be able to uphold that ranking because he's turned 23 and he won't be able to play in the under 23s next year.
All he has to do now is drop this one in the middle and then just play this red through, and then he is onto that red to the bottom left as we see it. So just back in his queue, just follow through a couple of inches and then he's fine. But he wants to
I
wants to
really
be able
think he's
to-
better off playing bottom left-hand side now and screwing back.
Don't like it. I'd rather play this one down. Yep.
But
Then
does
you-
the black go under the yellow? That was the only reason why I was
Yeah, but-
thinking.
But if he stuns this red in and then he comes across the table, he can play with black into the same pocket. But
I reckon he's looking to come off just by the way he lined up there, I think he's looking to come off the bottom rail between the gap of the black and the yellow and land on the black.
maybe it does go. It might.
Well, it didn't take very long to look at it just then, so
Oh, he's pretty well straight
I'd
down the
suggest
shot,
probably
so
does go.
I presume it does.
yeah,
Yeah.
he wouldn't
Sharp.
have played that in that fashion if it didn't slide in, so
Just double checking it again. But yeah,
I mean he's
Yep.
backed himself. He's got the out and he's taken a 2-1 lead. Early days, but
oh, 100%.
he would be
but,
the fresher out of the two as well. Like Rudd's just came through an absolute grueling match against Charlesy.
thing is too, like, at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, Rudd's like, it's been around for years. Best-
he knows
Best
the
player in
shots.
Launceston. But, like, you know, Jacob just comes in, he's like, let's have a go. Like, I'm feeling good, I've been playing well, I'm going to take it on. So, it's going to be a good match because Jacob's only, you know, what, 22,
I
however
think
old he is. So
he's just
just
about
like,
to turn 24.
so he's just like, yep, let's take it on and let's have a go. And he's playing really well, backing himself in, and it's good to see, you know. It's good to see.
He's young, full of confidence. He's
Yeah.
still got that. He hasn't been burnt by 8-ball yet. Like as us old folks, we've
Talk about yourself,
missed
mate.
we've missed all the shots. We've played them all. We've missed them all, and we've been burnt by them. So
I
we
pot
have a little bit of fear with every
in
shot.
my
that we
own head,
play.
I pot everything, mate, so it doesn't matter.
I do when I'm sitting back here as
Yeah,
well.
so do I. I bang every ball in when I'm sitting back here.
He's
So
got
he's
a decent spread there.
decent
He's-
spread, but unlucky on the leave, really. Does he have a go, or does he just try and tuck in?
I mean, he's got the option to lay up behind the yellow on the top rail, but he's too attacking for that.
See, I'd prefer reds, so
Oh, definitely. I feel reds are definitely
he's
the balls.
taking it on. If he gets it, that's a good shot.
And
It's a good shot.
you know,
That's a really good shot.
and this is what I'm saying. Like, he's going to back his ability
Yeah,
every day
well,
of the week.
we have to. Like, the way he's been playing, you have to back in your own ability. I mean,
See,
to bang that in, that's
it wouldn't
backing
surprise
in
me
your
if
own
he
ability.
slips the bottom one out of the two reds together in the middle
We should.
and floats up the top.
He should be able to. Okay,
And
that's all right. That happens. So he's banged in a good one and he's missed an easy one. Well, we say easy. It's nothing's ever easy when you're playing in the final. So, you know. But look. At the end of the day, we've got the two yellows.
it's a long race,
Yeah, exactly.
so
You got to settle in. The two yellows above the red are the obviously the balls that Ruds wants to look at if he's going the out. It's if not, are you going the out or are you playing the safety? So
I mean, I can't really see anywhere we can get 100%
What?
safe here.
so if you go on the out, you are playing for a double on the top yellow to extract the other one. But is he going off the rail onto the red and then
I actually
popping it?
think he might be just flicking one out and trying to land behind the black. Oh no,
See, I don't mind that because it's tied up that red. It doesn't go. It doesn't
didn't
go
even see
anywhere.
that shot, and that's actually given him some equity in the frame. So, like, unless he tries to squeeze this red between the rail and the yellow that's beneath the black, I
Well,
mean, he doesn't have much else. So,
not really, because what are you going to do at the end? Like, you can't leave that ball till last.
I mean, I do get it, because if he takes that on and he misses, he hands the frame over, but he's probably just handed the frame
I'd
over
actually
anyway.
rather take that red on the rail first than play that, because now, like, you've killed two of your reds, and,
Yep.
and now all the yellows are just there, really, for the taking. Like, those two reds now near the bulk line, just absolutely cooked.
I mean, any equity Jacob had in this frame, he's just surrendered in one
Yep.
shot. And
Especially, like, with that red in between that two yellows.
Ruds is going to feast on these. I
Still-
don't think Jacob gets back to the table.
I mean, still not easy.
Oh, look. If he one good shot to get
Yellow.
the white in position,
Yeah.
and once he's got hold of the white, they're
Was
they're
he?
not tricky.
I don't know if he was looking at the double there.
So if he can stun this white over towards the one near the rail, just like that,
It's a good shot.
towards or into, he's almost in perfect position.
Well, he's gonna play this one down and come off the other side rail.
Yeah, so you just play it
Yeah, just play it
three
with a bit
quarters
of
of the way.
left-hand side.
Yeah, 3/4 of the way back across the table.
Bit of left hand side, come back across, and then you're fine. It's got a bit of a nudge. That's fine. Though. I actually didn't think he'd nudge back into that yellow. To be honest, I thought he'd actually clear it and come back across. But I mean, it's still okay.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. And he's still got the other option of the one down the table if he needs to as backup anyway. So it's not
Yep.
too bad.
I fancy old
I actually didn't think he'd get the nudge on that yellow though. I thought he'd come clear out.
I think maybe needed just a tracer right hand side to get past that yellow.
Yeah, well, I thought playing with a bit of left would have checked it up and straightened it out to miss it, but as we said, it's hard to say from here when you're not actually standing over the table. So yeah, he's played that fine. He's got the
It's good to see Salty's
no,
got
he's-
Troy's name in correctly this match, because
He's
in the
fine,
last
just
one he
done
had
that
it down as Ty Roy.
Ty Roy.
Yeah, Salty
Oh, he's
given Troy a new
he's-
name, Ty Roy.
He's put a bit of pepper and mayo on that one, the mad bastard.
He has, but he had to make sure he got back over to the left-hand side of the
Yeah.
table as we're looking at it.
Bit of left-hand side.
I think you're almost better off trying to push through this with just a touch of top and coming up the right-hand side of the black to play it in the bottom left. That's not bad. These are tricky in the middle, but
I think it'll be pretty.
I'm backing him to drop it
I
in.
think it'll be pretty easy.
I mean,
Mind you, I do hate these middles on these
you
sprints.
sort of play these in or over pace, just like that, because the reds were pretty cooked.
Yeah, especially the two near the bulk line. You play it with a bit of confidence, knowing.
And all of a sudden we're back square, two apiece.
We've got a final on our hands.
We do.
So, what were your sort of thoughts on your Super Singles season? Like, how do you think how you played, and how do you think you went about things? You know, coming into finals and all that sort of stuff.
Well, being this is only my second year back into A-ball after a bit of a break.
Yep.
I'm actually pretty happy with my end results. Making finals was that was my goal. I managed to just scrape in there.
Yep.
I had a couple of shockers along the way. So I dropped a couple of matches that myself I think I shouldn't have.
Yep.
And I fought out a titanic battle with Brooksy this morning. I made some mistakes early that ended up costing me, but
Yep.
I mean, credit to him. He when it was hill, I broke, potted a ball and missed, and then he ran the rack. He did jag one to start his run, but you know he made it count after that. So full credit to him. He played well.
You're pretty happy with how you sort of went through the Super Singles.
I am. I'm happy. It's an improvement on last season.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, all we can ever strive for is to be better than what we were the day before. And you look at where I finished last season and where I finished this season, I've definitely improved. I feel like I play a better game.
I think you've been playing better. I think you definitely played better in the Super Singles this season than last season, which was, it's sort of funny. Like me myself, like I feel like I played better last season. Obviously I made the finals and played some really good 8-ball, but then this season sort of, with the field, race to 8, like it only takes you to have an off night and you can get beat by a good player because they're all good players in the Super Singles, so it's pretty hard to
that is so unfortunate.
play well against good players all the time. So as long as you sort of still playing in these sorts of things against good players, like sometimes it doesn't go your way, but sometimes it does. So it's just experience at the end of the day, isn't it?
That's the thing, isn't it? Like we're playing this for experience, and as you said, anyone can beat anyone on their day.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of outliers to that. Ruds went through the season undefeated. He didn't taste defeat this Super Singles until his first match of the finals day today.
Yeah.
And the other player that their first season in Super Singles had an absolutely exceptional season was Nathan Charlesy. And he only lost to one bloke, but sadly he ran into him in finals as well before the grand final. That's Ruds.
Just two really good kills. Like I honestly, obviously rate anyone that plays in the Super Singles, or rate anyone that plays 8-ball, because I've got respect for anyone, to be honest, that plays the game, to be fair. But there's two players I rate highly that I learn 8-ball off, and that's Nathan Charles and that's Troy Rudling.
Can we just focus on this frame here for a second?
Yeah,
Jacob has gone his
absolutely.
way about picking these
He
reds
has.
exceptionally. He's landed a little bit awkward here, but like he has.
He'll be right. He'll chop it in.
He's still all right on this black.
He'll
but
chop it in. I'll back him in. He's running the yellow
he
anyway,
can hold
so
on the yellow, so
yeah,
he
he's
doesn't have to
fine.
worry about where the white's going. But
He's fine.
he has picked these out really well. I know he had ball in hand, but
Oi.
I am shocked.
I mean, to be fair, like if he lands like half a ball higher, he probably pots it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Or half a ball lower, like you know.
it's crazy.
We all have those angles that we struggle with. We might have to write that one down so we know to leave Jacob those shots.
Yeah. When we play the Hunters, we'll just try and. Now, is he playing this one up the rail?
I think.
Or is he play it
I reckon he's going to try and screw back into it.
now?
Yeah, now.
I don't mind nudging it out now.
He needed to catch.
Does he
needed
go
to
to
catch the ball before the rail there?
Does he
but
have
he's
a go
got
at
the
it
rail
again?
before the ball?
Or
You've really got to
risky,
you've
like,
really got to force it.
with
now.
with the black over the hole, and it's like, well,
I tell you what I don't
I re-
want. I don't mind potting this one to top right
I reckon he
and
has a
just
go at it.
screwing over
I reckon
towards
he's
it.
having a go at it. Left hand side. Yeah.
See, I would have preferred to just pot that one and then play the little layup snooker. Try to get like I know it's risky because the black's over the hole, but if you, it's very tricky from here.
It's just one of those things. He's
He's
missed
been
earlier.
unfortunate. Yeah, he's been unfortunate the way
Thing
he
is, like,
contacted it the first time and the way he's made contact
Like,
then.
there's no like the last shot he played like to get it out. It's like, well, because there's no point just potting that yellow up the top right and going, oh, well, I'm just gonna have to try and double it. Like,
I'm
you've
going
got to
to
have a
back
go.
him to pot this one.
I don't mind him. Yeah,
And
look
yeah,
at him.
look at
Like,
that.
there's no way that Ruds wouldn't pot that. Like, he steps up when it matters, and he pots good balls when it matters. Like,
He does.
that's what he does. Like, he missed it early. He got the extraction off the top one. Wasn't much of an extraction, but it was enough to make the pot a
it was
bit
enough for him.
more easier than what
Like,
trying to double or nicking up and laying off.
if it's me or yourself at the table there, we're probably feeling the pressure of attempting to run that ball up into the hole,
Oh, 100%.
where Rudd's just got down to it and, you know, he took care of business.
Even like, you know, he missed it the first time, but when he was on that one the second time, he knew, all right, I can play this, and it extracted out a bit. So
We've just been joined by Adam Dunn, Jacob's shorter brother. How you doing, mate?
hey, Braz, how are you, mate? Yeah, good, man.
So
All right, so
just before Jacob breaks here, so going into the next Super Singles, I've heard we're actually going to be changing the format a little bit, and the top 12 may be given priority entry,
yeah,
and therefore there'll be 4 spots left open for people to actually try out, and we'll have like a weekend where they get to try out, and the top 4 players of that weekend make up the last 4 spots.
okay, yep, it's a good break.
And that way, like, the way we have been doing it is it's like first come, first serve.
Yep.
So the first 12 people with their names down, they get the spots. And sometimes that leaves some players that could definitely be here playing in this game right now who have missed out because they weren't one of the first ones to see the post and lock in the spot. So I actually really like the idea of opening it up and giving more of a shot to other people to come in and test it out.
So you think
I think the super singles will only benefit from it.
So, what, the top 12 players from this season?
So they get a priority entry. So
Yep.
they get the choice to accept or decline
Mm-hmm.
playing in the next season.
Yep.
And, there might only be 10 players accept it. So then there could be 6 spots up for grabs.
So then do you have a playoff over a weekend for the next 6 spots, do you?
Yeah, I do believe
Depending
that
on
was the
entries,
idea.
or?
Depends on interest, obviously. But it also... It can only strengthen the competition. And for anyone out there watching that's thought about it, it will benefit your game playing in these longer races, playing against players like Jacob, Troy, Nathan, Pete.
100%.
In races to 8, the amount of experience you'll gain out of it it can't be measured. Jacob is just...
Yeah, that's a good shot.
That
That's a
is
great
the-
shot to screw back
to-
from there.
on
That's
these
unbelievable.
supreme tables, to bang one in the middle
Especially
like that,
like in
and
those
bring the
middle
white
pockets.
back.
That's a good shot.
that is not an easy shot.
Ruds can't believe that he's been able to screw that in off that middle pocket. Because I'll tell you what,
I mean, and that's that young confidence I was talking about.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
that confidence that
I've
I can't
seen
go wrong.
I've seen a lot of shots to the middle pockets on these tables at less pace that have jumped out.
Oh, certainly.
So he's actually hit the dead spot. You know what I mean?
He-
Where it's because
He could not have hit that in
Well,
a
you
better
can't,
spot.
because
He's cued that well.
I've seen a lot of these middle pockets just either rattle out or jump out at that pace. So he's obviously played it very,
So-
very well.
Not last year, but the year before, Jake actually made not only the under-23 team, but he also made the state open side as well. He was unlucky to miss
Yep.
out in a playoff
Yep.
this year. But I feel like he's got a very big future in 8-ball.
Oh, of course.
He's made an Australia Cup. He's made an Oz Cup Australian side.
He's chopped up Rusty Wheeler, mate. Like,
That's one of his claim to fame.
Well,
He's beaten Rusty
well, wouldn't
Wheeler,
it
and
be?
he's also chopped
mate,
up Travis Crowley.
I beat Mick Hill in a single frame. That's my claim. Like, I'm just like, I need to retire now. But no, but seriously, like,
Rudds has annihilated those balls,
no,
and
he's
he's come up a bit unfortunate there, to be honest. The white sort of glued to that red there. He is still on a yellow. What's your thoughts here, Damo?
yellow. Oh, got the red underneath the black. That's hard,
Yeah,
isn't it?
The red under the black's hard,
Um,
and therefore the black's hard
see,
as well.
but I still don't mind the yellows, to be honest.
I mean, the red on the bottom left-hand side rail is that's definitely tricky.
Not unless. Oh, nah, it's still hard. I don't know if
Do
he's
you-
going to nick
do you
me off
la-
this
do you
yellow and
la-
just
do
try
you
and
lay
tuck it
up?
up in behind
Yeah,
the black.
if you just tuck up here,
Yeah,
off the red,
yeah,
and yep.
yep. Yeah, that's like,
I mean, Jacob does have the yellow to the top right here. So I don't know whether this is Rudd's dangling a carrot,
so we.
because, to be honest, I like the reds, apart from the one on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And I like the reds even more now. You know, you've got
think-
3, 4 yellows that are dead.
Yeah, I actually think reds are in control.
In saying that you've
Oh,
got
Wacky's
4
gonna-
dead yellows,
Oh,
if you can
Wacky's
just
going to do what he's
look
going to
at
do.
them
Is he
and
going to double
pop
this one
them.
as well? Yep, he's going
Yep.
for it. Doesn't give a fuck.
I mean, this is why we call him Wacky, because he's got this uncanny knack of being able to just get down and whack at the ball. He's gonna
I like
find
his
that
shot.
hard
I like
in
his
this
shot.
next shot, but this is
I like it.
going to be a very
Yep.
tight snooker.
I like it. I like it.
And I mean, it frees up the red. So that now becomes your key ball.
What's he do? But, he probably won't get ball in hand anyway because it's
And
not
if Jacob
like...
hits this wrong,
I'll tell you what, he has. I actually
That's-
thought, like, probably
I'll be
he wouldn't
honest.
get ball in hand out of it. But so how does he...
That is almost better than hitting a ball. Because if he frees up the one above the black, it opens up the black, and he didn't really have much else to hit apart from that, unless it was the one up the top, which may be the one he was going for. I'm not sure. But I feel like that was actually better to miss everything and give ball in hand than actually move your yellow. And that is a great attempt at, I'm going to say attempt at a skill shot there, because I don't know whether he was trying
Can he
to put it or
double
not.
his,
but
can he double his yellow back across, or is it worth it or not?
looking at the table, I don't think so. I think he'll
Black's
clip
probably
the
in
black.
a way.
You can't.
Well, you have to... It's either that or you have to try and fucking tie the black somehow. Like, even nudge the yellow off into the black or something. You know, try and
I mean-
create a bit of confusion.
He's going to do what he does best, and that's pot. So he's just going to... Actually, he's going to play a turnover here.
Yeah, I don't mind playing the
Run the
turnover and
yellow
leaving him
down.
in behind this other yellow.
Yep. No, even just run the white over next.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't like the shot though, because I don't like the shot though.
I would have preferred to promote the yellow over, like play the turnover, but actually leave the yellow over the hole
Yeah,
and put the white over next
yes,
to the
that's
black
right.
and the red.
If you're going to play the turnover, you play that yellow down and you leave the white there above that yellow that's on the black. You don't
Yep.
play the turnover and leave him on the red, because you had the angle to play it.
See, and Rudd's,
The turnover was there
Rudd
to
is a
play,
master at this
like to come
tic-tac
across
stuff.
to that yellow above the black.
That's right.
That's the turnover shot you play. You don't
That
play
it
it where
was.
you leave him something on.
that's correct.
Yeah. You could have played it with a bit of left hand side and just come straight across over towards that black, and then you don't leave anything on. Like
That's right.
That's a better turnover shot, you know.
I mean,
Not, like I said,
Jake's
I'm
not out of this
saying-
though. Like all he
I'm
has to
I'm
do.
not playing in the final, but
Oh look,
and I
neither
said
am
that
I.
from the start. But
I feel like where this match could be decided is the discipline.
Yep.
I feel
could be
like
the-
Rudd's has got a lot more discipline
be
in
like
his
when
game.
to go and when to
That's
sort
right.
of hold, like,
Yeah.
as you say,
Yep.
like, you know, they say
The
the Texas
discipline.
hold and all that sort
Yeah.
of stuff, but like it could be the discipline that decides it, because it's like
Because
playing the right shots when it's the right shot, you know.
Rudd's is always going to assess the situation and play the percentage shot, where Jake's going to look at it and he's going to go, I can pot that, I
Yep.
will pot that,
Yeah.
because he's see ball, hit ball.
Yeah.
And he sees balls and hits them really well.
Rudds is very composed. You know, is he doubling across or?
He is. It goes under. And if he nails this, that is the frame.
but he
but
knows
still.
it's still fine because he's tied up with black regardless.
Yeah.
So he's actually happy. He's like, even though like he's like, oh, okay, I miss a double. He's actually still happy because the black's right in front of those reds.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that was the percentage shot. And
The only thing that Jacob could do was somehow pop one up the top right, double the yellow, and then double the black. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, it makes it tricky out.
I
And if
don't
you get
know.
it, like, if you somehow get this,
I
well
don't-
done. But
I don't
like
see the
his
value in
chances.
potting that ball. He's just potted.
Well, he's going to try and come down behind this yellow now to the bottom left, but then you've got to try and double the black. Like, you know what I mean?
He's got to play two massive shots.
Yeah, like, and
Oh, if anyone's going to get him, it's probably Wacky,
I mean,
the
It's
Amish
not-
assassin.
it's not impossible, but it's pretty hard.
Oh, I
I-
don't mind this. I don't mind this.
It's massive from
He's
there.
probably got a little bit more angle than he wanted.
It's pretty massive from there.
But if he can chop this bottom left and kick the black out,
it's pretty loose.
old Charles, he's just gone. He's missed by a week.
Has he got angle to kick this one off the rail straight away?
I think he has.
I think he might be right.
I think that's perfect, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I think he might be able to kick that red off the rail straight away. Oi, Charlesy, are you on drinks duty? No, I'm just asking if you are. If you're not, you're not. Like, it's okay.
Soldy normally shouts the commentators' beers.
No, it's right. It's alright. I can go grab me own. I'm a big boy. Yeah, that's what I've been on.
So yeah, that's another
See that?
example of Rudd's playing the discipline shot.
Yeah, see that?
Like,
That's the thing too. Like, I think you could have like gone into it off that red, but
he could have, and we would have.
oh, he's nearly done the wacky. He's nearly done the wacky. No, they don't.
I mean,
Why wouldn't you? He's a mad
and
bastard.
for anyone who doesn't know, Jacob Dunn has gotten the nickname Whack-a-Mole because he just whacks them and they go in the hole.
Whack-a-dacker. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. So Jackie,
Old Gibbo's just
Jackie looks
put on
like
his
it's on.
comedian hat. You've put on your comedian hat and just coming out with all the jokes.
Come back round for the middle right.
Yeah.
No, he's
I
still
like
fine.
I like that because now you just land a little bit low for this in the middle left, and you just float up for the black.
It's fine. Yep, straight through. Black in the middle right.
Yeah,
and he's
little
laughing.
bit of top, just
Yep.
float through.
Someone crack that can. Phil, shush. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And
Wow.
Ruds isn't happy about that, but
actually
I
rattled
still
it.
fully expect him to drop that in. And the King Spud has just made
That
a bit of a
actually
big
rattled a
out.
bit in that middle pocket, didn't it? I thought it was going to pop back out. They normally do, don't they? Fucking hell, that's unbelievable. The king spud.
We've definitely got a bit of a battle on our hands here. They're going frame for frame, and I like it.
It's what we love to see, mate. We love to see good finals.
It's a bit like my final earlier on in the day. Myself and Brooksy, we went
Good
frame
right.
for frame.
Yeah, you boys had a bit of a battle actually.
Yeah, it was a very good battle.
Yeah,
We might hand the comms over to Nathan Charles and Nathan Gibson.
we're going to do a bit of a changeover.
Oh no, Charles has just
two
ran
Nathan
away.
Spuds.
He doesn't want to. Oh no, he's coming back.
2 Nathan Spuds.
I'll come in for about 15 minutes.
I only need 5, mate.
Yeah, I'll do a frame.
And Gibbo will only be on for 3 minutes. We don't want to listen to him for so long, so.
That's fair enough.
Who's doing that?
Rightio. Rudders to break. And he's absolutely crunched it. Hopefully this is the only frame I do because that's a sledgehammer. But
As he does.
anyway, how are you, Gibbo?
Hello, Nathan.
Hello, Nathan. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. This is as big as a break it was. It's a bit of an ugly leave.
It's
Actually, no, I mean he's on a yellow, but
I'd be disappointed the fact that I've left 4 balls down the other end of the table. Like,
it's
seriously, like,
it's
he needs to lift his game.
actually as much pool of us as I've played today. I'm struggling to see what I can do. You can pot a yellow, but
Not much after that, is there? Well, there's a couple of things.
I think it's just at this point, you take the colour set and try and try and promote the other yellows, so Jacob can't play a good defensive shot on you.
Both those two yellows in the balk end of the table look a little bit dead. Oh, he's playing this off the red.
Yellow
not
off
bad.
red. So
Still don't mind that as
he's
a
played a
layout.
good defensive shot, but at the same time, Jacob can play his yellow on the right hand side off the yellow, red off the right hand side off the yellow. Open up the whole pocket.
He's
but
still in a bit of trouble.
100% he's in a bit of trouble with this, especially down here with the red and yellow near the black. But again, I think it's more of a I think what Jacob's just done is just probably taken that a little bit for granted. Just sort of gone, it's a massive pocket, can't miss it.
What are you doing with that yellow on the left, mate? On the left row.
Well, Salty, give me another camera angle and I'll be able to answer you. Just overhead. Yeah, that's
Yeah, we
perfect.
need
I don't know.
Good answer.
I think if I've got anything in answer, I've got the triple into the left centre.
I'm thinking he pots this, and he stays there. He might be able to extract from here.
Nah, I'm still thinking triple. I think triple's a safe bet. I think the extraction, especially with where you've got this yellow and red down the bottom right, I think it's too tricky.
Yeah, you're right. You win.
Well, I mean, I don't
You got kind of the extraction.
I just think with where the yellow and the red is down the bottom right here, I think the extraction is just not worth it.
I thought it was a free shot though.
Yeah, but I think you can land with the triple. You can land wherever you need to.
Fair enough.
You don't need to force anything. You don't need to force an angle. I think the triple's free dip at it. And if you land the triple, like awesome, you know, on this yellow, and you can do whatever you want. But I think the triple's still on, but
You might be able to clean double it.
you could still pop it out and hide behind
Oh,
this
I
red.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
No, I think Jacob's probably still on this red into the right
Think
centre.
so?
It's close, but if he is, it's not too bad.
Oh, he
'cause,
is. He's lined
if
up,
he
so
is,
he is,
if
definitely.
he is, you can just roll this in and leave yourself a good angle on this one in the left centre, and try and play try and deep screw into this one, into the left centre to try and play a skill shot. But this is where Jacob's in the box seat. He needs to get away from the top end of the table, leave it alone, and find a way to play a turnover or a skill shot and put Ruds in trouble. It's plain and simple.
Yep.
I think it's too thin to probably deep screw and play a skill shot. But he needs to stay away.
could go awry.
He needs to stay away from this end of the table, the top end of the table. Just pot it and then play the
What's he
turnover.
doing? It looks like
That's
he's screwing
fine.
into
But
it.
just pot it. That's fine. Now play the turnover and put Ruds in trouble.
Yeah, because that red's cutting off
Stay
that
away
yellow.
from the top
Yep.
end of the table because
Yeah, that's good. Good idea. If you get coverage, even better.
well,
Which I
yeah,
think he's
that's
got
fine. He's got
coverage.
coverage.
I think he's got coverage.
Even if he didn't have coverage, it's Ruds have fun. You know, he's got coverage. Don't get me wrong. He's got perfect coverage. But even if you don't have coverage, it's basically saying have fun. You know, have a free dip because my balls are there just about. Apart from those two up the top right, which I don't know if that Jackie's clean or not. But if it's not, you know, it's. If Jacob gets ball in hand, it's, you know, I can work with it.
I'll move around and let you know if it's clean or
Well,
not.
let's go Roman commentary. Nathan
Here we
Gibson.
go. It is not clean. I said that a bit loud.
I'm glad you said that out loud for the whole audience to hear. I mean, Ruds has made contact. I'll tell you what.
It's not a bad result.
It's not a bad result, but I mean, he's still not in a great position.
Oh, that's it. It looks like it's on there, but he's
Yeah,
just
I think
nudged it and it's
I
on
think it
there.
is now because you
It
were
is,
over there
yeah.
before it was nudged. So it's on clean now, but I mean,
Settle down, Salty.
we need some more Roman Gibbo.
Do we want to go interview some of the players?
I don't know.
There's not many of us left. We just have to interview ourselves.
I s-
We're
I-
the only ones left.
I don't know if I agree with that shot from Jacob. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Ruds doesn't have too much on, but I would have preferred to have the straight Jackie on and then play the ball down near the black and sort of just leave Ruds on the left-hand side of the table.
Are we expecting a little safety here?
Well, where's the safety? Tell me where the safety is on yellows. He's on yellows.
Oh shit, what game am I watching?
I don't know. You tell me where that safety is on yellows and I'll personally give you a hand job. Like it's...
Potting the yellow and then the black is the same.
You tell me where that safety is on yellows. Yeah, you go ahead and play that about 100 out of 10. I'll give you a hand job.
That's the safety I was talking about. There you go. That's safe. Ish.
I mean, he's still got a pot on the red. That's not safe. No hand job owed.
No reach around.
No. Yeah, I'm struggling to see a way out of this frame for Ruds. He's pretty much got to hope for a miracle. Any contact is good contact, but I mean, yeah, you can play off the right rail, catch it half ball on the left hand side, pot it. Sure. But I mean, play that shot. Play that shot 10 out of 10. I couldn't play it about. I couldn't play it 1 out of 100. Well, maybe 1 out of 100. But anyway. That's a great effort. I think
clipped
that's
the
fair.
I
I think
reckon
that's
it's
fair.
That was. He's called it. He's called
You
it.
called it. I thought.
Called it.
I personally thought that was fair. But anyway,
It's okay. Rudd's called it, so.
no, yeah, I'd prefer Dan Lynch over Andrew Saltmarsh, but that's okay. We can't all have what we want.
I'm just disappointed we don't have Snicko here.
We got like
Or Hotspot.
we got like the wish Dan Lynch down here. Salty does a great job. We all appreciate Salty for what he does down here. It's not Dan Lynch, but it's okay. But we appreciate it.
Oh,
It's a bit short. It's a
a
bit
little bit short.
What do? Do you play place with a bit of right hand side? Come on.
I wouldn't be asking me because I didn't even know what ball he was on earlier.
No.
He's got away with that.
I'm sorry. I'm just having a look at a different camera about what I thought was a foul or not a foul. I think all Ruds has to do here is just promote the yellow and just tell Jacob to have fun. Just not even playing. That's a great shot. That's perfect.
Yeah, nice. Nice shot.
You guys keep on drinking
Did he? Oh, I mean, it was close. That's what yeah.
Ruds would have the best view anyway.
Well, he would have, but yeah, there, right there. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, fair enough. Fair come.
It's great how they yellow.
No, it was cool. Oh, yeah, all good. Oh, great. I'll tell you what, great call from Ruds. Great call from Ruds.
Ooh, that feels short.
Oh, that is very short. Short enough to be a foul.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen an Amish man run that fast before, but
You assassin. Oh, he's got himself ready for a double.
tell you what, we've got a final on our hands, and I'm one frame jumping off the comms. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Nathan. Well done, Nathan. And other Nathan, he's back to demo.
And we just had some guest special commentary from Nathan and Nathan. A bit of controversy in that frame, whether that was a foul or not. Definitely on the slow-mo replay, it looks like it may have just shaved the black first.
Yeah, it was called 50-50, like it's sort of hard when you see it live, but I was just like, oh, it's yellow first part, yeah.
I thought it was yellow first, but, you know, the blokes out there playing had the best view of it, and in the end got the call right.
We got 4-all.
4-all, and they're continuing to trade punches here, blow for blow. Yeah, just while we're here, I'd like to thank Launceston Workers Club for hosting the Super Singles this season. They made sure the tables, especially David Kearns, made sure the tables were nice and level for us every Thursday night, and the balls were polished.
We got Kearnsy behind the bar still, or?
And we always had the best conditions possible to come in and play, because he'd brush and iron the tables before every match for us. His hard work and dedication to the club and 8-ball is very much appreciated. Also like to thank Soldy for running pool stats, giving up a considerable amount of time.
Does a lot of work through the season, not only, you know, with the Super Singles and all the streaming and stuff, but, you know, like does Prem League, everything else. Was this white ball off the table, or was it behind the bulk? Yeah, I thought.
Behind
I thought
bulk.
he was nearly going to get tricked into the white ball.
The old
Yeah.
blade in front of the line there, yeah.
I think he might have thought it was off, and then
I
he
actually
realised.
think Jacob may have said it was just in off, not off the table.
Yeah. But yeah. You know, Soldy does all the streaming.
Yeah, the amount of
does
work
all the
Soldy
stuff
puts
for
in behind the scenes is
NTEVA,
look,
and
it's very much appreciated, and
he does a good job.
competitions like this wouldn't get off the ground without him.
It's just good to have these kinds of things, like, you know, they started it back up. Was it last year? They hadn't done it.
Yeah,
for a few years.
it
I mean,
hadn't
I've
been
never
ran
played
for.
with it, so
I think COVID slowed it down,
Yeah,
and it
they-
didn't come back until last year.
yeah. Well, I hadn't played in one. I've only been playing for 6 years, and last year was the first time they brought it back since I've been playing. So it must have been at least
Yeah,
probably 4 or 5
Well-
years since they've done it. So
you actually came into 8-ball just after I left.
yep.
Like, because I stopped playing for a few years, I went focused on family. And
Yep.
speaking of family, a shout out to Amanda, who I know is tuning into the stream and watching.
Hello, Amanda. I'm going to eat a white crayon just for you, darling. So hopefully you hear that.
A little inside joke there from my 40th, but yeah, giving away my age there.
But yeah, no, the last year was literally the first year of the Super Singles that I'd seen since I've started. Like, so I've been probably 6 years I've been in. So yeah, I think they obviously done it before, and then they obviously didn't had a bit of a break. And
I think it's a great format,
it's good.
and
I
it's
like it.
it's really good to see players like Jared Wilson, Jason Wicks, Josh Walkden playing in it, because these guys, and they may not have had the best season on the table when you look at results, but they're only going to get better for it.
But
And
the thing is that they're going in it to learn, you know.
and they're having a crack.
They're not going in it thinking they're going to be world beaters.
No,
They're
that's
going in
right.
it to play the Rudders, and they're going to play against the Charlesies
And the Peter Donatis and
yeah.
the Jacob
So
Duns.
they're not going in it thinking I can win this, but they're going in it with a positive attitude, going I get to play against these blokes, you know, in Launceston, which are some of the top blokes in Launceston. So it's good exposure, and you see them improve week by week by week, you know, and it's a bloody credit to them, really. Like, for doing
It really is. I've had a chat with Jared in the past, and I've said to him just how much I've seen an improvement in his game,
100%.
and you know, it's a credit to him the amount of work he puts in, because it's very rare that you can come in to the Workers Club and he's not down here
Yep.
having a race or a few frames of someone.
Yep.
And it's really good to see. 8 Ball's alive and well in the north of the state at the moment,
100%.
and
Heaps of people interested in it, really. Like,
there is,
You've
and we're unearthing some talent. Like, you've got young Ryan Sampson,
yep.
who I think he's just turned 16 or 17, and he's really, his game's excelled. He's starting to play really well. He was in here having a bit of a hit out with Kurt Dunham in snooker this afternoon, you know, and like, Kurt's got an extensive resume that we'd all be jealous of or envious of, and love to have. So,
Yep.
you know, to attract the attention of a player like that, you're
just-
obviously doing something right. So
It's just good to see, like, the young blokes, like, in here, like, most nights when you come in yourself, and, you know, like, even young Cam Rhodes, like, he's in there every night. Like,
he's another player that
when I-
has
when I-
improved
when
out
I
of sight.
When I first started seeing him play, as we all do, we all start off somewhere, don't we? You know,
We do,
And then
and-
you see him come in every night, and then, you know, like,
Rudds has picked
he's
these balls
doing the
apart.
work, and he's starting to see the results. So it's good to see all those players. But
It definitely is, and with Cam, it was and the same with Jared and Josh. It was good to see them get selected for the David Smart Memorial
yeah,
just a couple of weeks ago.
just shows where
in a side,
they're
because
coming through.
it shows
know,
that they're doing the right
that's
things.
right.
They're
Yep,
they're
getting
gaining the
recognised as-
they're getting the
and
attention
They
of
deserve to be in those, like, representative teams, you know, like, and they'd be happy themselves being able to play in either. It doesn't matter what grade you're playing in the memorial game, because it's a memorial game, and you
It's-
should be
would-
happy to get represented.
That's
I
right.
always said, like, I wouldn't care if I was in C grade for the memorial game, because I got chosen to play in a memorial game.
Yeah, and it's an honour just to be
So
part
it's
of it.
It's an honour just to be
It's-
part of it, but for them to get recognised and go, yep,
Yeah,
right, you've put your name down, but you can see the work that you're doing. Those guys are doing really well, and they're both in Premier League now.
Yep.
But a lot of people, and they're doing really well. So it's good to see. It's good to see, like, the 8 Ball. Yeah, like, we all love to win in that, but and then it's like I hate playing you guys in single frames, because I know you can beat me. You
Yeah.
bastards. But
yeah,
but
that's
like,
right.
but it's-
And
that's
they
the
are
competitive,
capable. Like,
they're,
you know, you go back
they're doing
12, 18 months, and you'd play them, and not saying, like, because anybody can win single frame, but
yeah.
you go into it and you were confident.
Yeah.
But now you're going into it and you're
Like,
going, oh,
I've got
this
to
is
play
single
well.
frame.
I've got to play well.
I've got to make my shots count.
100%. But it's good, and that's why it's called competition.
Rudds is just, he has got the sledgehammer out
Oh,
today,
right.
and
He
he
has
is
got the sledgehammer.
annihilating these breaks.
How's he been left here?
Do you reckon that yellow,
Yeah,
that
it
yellow
does.
definitely sneaks
Yeah,
in?
it does.
Catch you later, Chelsea.
I'll see, bros.
Well played today, mate. And good season with the Super Singles. Done well. Charles is a spud. He plays on the Tuesday night team with myself and Damo for the Launceston Works Club Spuds.
He's no good.
He
He's only one of my best mates, but anyway.
he only got the consistency, like most consistent trophy last season. So
Yellow above the black must go to the bottom left, does it?
I don't know about bottom left.
Yep,
It might.
it does.
It does sneak
It
in.
does. Yep.
There
He's
is
gotta play
there is a
now.
lot bigger gap there
Yeah.
in like than it looks.
He's got to roll through for it now. And the yellow underneath the black.
That also goes to this bottom left-hand pocket.
Okay.
As
so-
you look at the table.
Okay, so he's fine. So he's playing that now.
Yep. So play this.
As long as he doesn't really touch or disturb
I
black and
reckon- I
yellow
reckon
too
he's
much.
right.
Like he's
I
still got
reckon
one in the middle,
As
but
long
he
as he
doesn't
plays
want
it
us
with a
to.
little bit of
He
bottom,
doesn't want us to
he
disturb.
gets out.
Yeah. Didn't want us to because that one went. Does
And it
still
doesn't
go?
now. I don't think it does.
No, I think it still goes.
No, I don't reckon.
I think it still goes. Always played loose double. I actually think the yellow still went, to be fair. Jacob's got to play this one.
I think he plays the red closest
He
to
has
the
to.
yellow near the left-hand side middle.
He has to play that.
If he plays that up top, does that sneak in the middle? I don't believe it does.
If it does, though, I mean, he's still running down the bottom row, but I think he's running into his other red. It still might be okay, but I would have actually rather played up top left. But
I thought that was the because he could have played
Black-
the little stun and then played the
Black
other
only-
one up top left.
Black only goes bottom left. Nah.
That's look. I would struggle with this
Yeah,
leaf
see-
because I've got short, fat fingers.
See, that red that he's playing, the red that he's basically playing now, the one beside it, I would have played it first.
Same.
So I would have played the other one first and just banged it straight in. Cause
Now,
then
looking
it
at this
opens up.
angle, we can see that yellow's virtually touching the black, so it definitely doesn't pass the bottom left.
It's pretty close.
So
Mind you, he can sort of screw into it now if he wants.
I don't think he can.
He can nudge it into it now.
I think he can play the red into it now. If he puts the one in the left middle,
In the
and he can go into that's what he's looking at. Put the one in the left middle, put the red into the yellow, and clear the black away.
just slightly though, you don't need to hit it hard.
And to
Probably a
sort
bit
of
harder
skid it
than
off
that,
that.
I actually preferred going the
Just,
yellow into the right middle and scrolling down into it.
Just want to give a shout out to the two players that are playing at the moment because it's been a titanic effort. We started here at 10:15 this morning, so they've been going on 11 and a half hours
Yeah, it's a massive effort.
of constant 8 ball, especially for Ruds, who hasn't had a chance to sit down and have a break. So I can only imagine the mental fatigue is
Just you know yourself.
starting to
You know yourself.
take
like
its toll.
when we went away, even just for nationals and stuff like that. Like those long days when
You're
trying
up
to focus
early,
all
you're
day
playing
and
3 or 4 matches, and you got
it's
singles
hard.
matches afterwards.
It's hard.
They're long days,
And sometimes you'll look back at some frames and you'll go, Jesus, like what was I doing? But you'll be like, well, I was mentally fatigued. Okay,
Yeah.
Reds is out here, so he just stunts out for the
I'd believe so.
middle right.
Yeah, so it'd be
bottom
middle
left, and then
middle right, bottom left.
and then bottom right.
Yeah, black bottom right. So
Yeah.
you know
But
we're,
yeah,
we're
like
looking
you-
6-4 here. So
Yeah, but you know yourself, like, even when you've played, like, say, even at tryouts or a money match or anything, like, if you're here for, say, 12 hours a day, get to, you might feel fine at 3 or 4 o'clock, then you get to 6 o'clock, and then you get to 8 o'clock, and you're like, you know, oh, wow.
I didn't expect that. I think he's still right.
I didn't expect that. But that's what we're talking about, like those.
That's
hours
the
of
mental
daytime,
fatigue.
that's the mental fatigue. Like, if you're here for long enough, like, it can happen.
I mean, last weekend I was down here. I played in the Tassie Open, and
Yeah, I've seen you play.
Oh Jesus! Friday night. Let's not revisit that.
Probably the worst I've ever seen you play in my life.
I don't know how. I honestly don't know how I got through that match, but I got through it. And I got the win in the end.
You did.
And I ended up playing another few matches on the Saturday, and
Well, you
by the
played
time
well on Saturday.
I did, I played to a standard that I can myself be proud of.
But
But by the time I played Justin Stubbs, I'd given my all. I don't think that slips under.
even
I
if
reckon
goes
he
with
can
the
hit
rail
it.
and hits it up, he's still
I reckon he
fine.
can hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit loose.
I'd given my all to come back from 2 frames down
100%.
to beat Beardy and go through to play Justin Stubbs. And then when I played Justin Stubbs, I had 2 very good opportunities in the first 2 frames, and I won both of them. And it was almost like those 2 frames were that had me on empty. I was done.
Yep.
Because my standard dropped. See, Zamo?
But like we said, man, like
The standard dropped, and that's the point I was trying to get at with the mental fatigue is
100%.
because I had to stay focused match after match after match.
Yeah.
And like my match against Kurt, I didn't win that, but it was 8-5, and there was some very tic-tac sort of games where like I had to really think about the way I was going about it, and I was quite happy to get 5 frames off Kurt. He's an exceptional player.
100%.
And then Beardy, I came out absolutely firing. I was still hitting the ball quite well, and I got a lead on him, and he fought back, and he got in front, and I had to really knuckle down and focus to get myself over the line against Beardy.
You play against like players like Ruds, you know, Stubbsy, Charlesy, say if you played Wayne Stubbs, not that I've played him in a race or anything, but say Justin, who else, like in the sort of top echelon in Lonnie, 8-ball, you know, like a lot of them that play in a lot of events and are used to long days, like
They've got that one up on you because
because they're like mental fatigue and that, like
they
kicks in earlier
don't
for us.
Yeah, so they're more accustomed to the mental fatigue. They've lived it. They've been there. They've they're sort of they're better equipped to deal with it.
Yep.
You know, when I play in these big tournaments, I normally play one game on the Friday night, lose it, rock up first round of losers, and get beaten there too. So,
Wow.
you know,
Yeah. But sometimes if we're good enough, we
we might sneak a win or two.
sneak in. But no, well,
I mean, and
we can have our moments where we play well. Don't
That's
get me wrong,
where-
and we can. But like
that's
I'm
where the
saying,
super singles helps because you
Yeah,
get
it's-
used to playing the
Yeah,
longer
that's
races.
right.
Like a race to 8, that's what we play over Thursday night, and that isn't the longest of races, but it's still a long race for someone who only rocks up on a Tuesday night and plays their 2 or 3 frames.
That's right. If you're only playing a couple of frames like a week, it's like, well, it's not going to be any good. It's not going to be any good for you because you could be used to sneaking a single frame win in, and then you know, like anyone can win a single frame.
That's right.
But if you get raced away, it's like, well, how do I back that up now? How do I go again? how
Yeah.
do I go again? What do I do now? Because you could play anyone and win a single frame. I beat Mick Hill in a single frame. You beat Mick Hill in a single frame. Rah rah. Like, but there's no way that I would beat Mick Hill
In a race
in
to 8.
a race to 8. He would beat me 8-1 because I won that first one. He'd probably win the next 8.
That's,
Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
so
yeah, I
anyone
mean,
can win a single frame.
unless you run out off a rack, or
So
you know he
that's where-
goes dry and
that's
you
where
run a
your
rack. But
mental, like, strength comes from, stamina, from playing and getting adjusted and,
Yep.
and keeping your mind focused. for that
and
game.
see, this goes back to what I was talking about earlier with Ruds and the discipline. He is that disciplined that the mental fatigue doesn't play a part because
Not
he's
for
always
him.
looking to play the right shot. So even there, that looked like a nothing shot, but he's actually killed that yellow between the two reds.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he's going to be prepared to face the layup behind that yellow.
But
Oh, he hit that too hard.
Jake's never going to lay up.
He
Jake's
hit that too
always
hard,
going to
mate.
go for the pot.
He should have just hit that soft and actually land in behind that yellow softly.
Yep.
And then he's in control again.
Oh yeah, yeah, but and that's the thing. Like Jake is an attacking player. He's going to go for the pots. If there's a pot on, he'll go for it. If there isn't a pot, he might lay a snooker on. Or if he was probably thinking to himself, "Well, I'm going to go for this one because if I miss, Ruds isn't going to put out anyway
Yeah.
because the reds are still very tricky." And sometimes you'll get away with that against players like myself. You'll probably get away with that,
Yeah, not all the time though.
but against a seasoned player who's been around and knows the shots, you're not going to get away with it.
It's not bad.
That red's really trapped at the moment,
Yeah, but
but he'll
Maybe
probably
he's
just
gonna
flick
put
off
it
this red
in
and
the
put the
pocket.
white down the bottom there.
it's a good shot.
See,
It's a good
Mm.
shot.
that was an exceptional shot.
That's
That-
pretty stiff.
That's very unfortunate.
Is he going to break it out now?
I don't think so, because he's got this little cluster of 4 balls in the centre there. I would sooner open them up than open up the bottom right corner.
I'd rather open up the other ones in the middle, but
Yep. So yeah, I don't mind getting rid of this ball
the
either.
thing is, like, you can get rid of the one up the top, and you can place one of the other reds down the rail to use as breakout anyway,
Yeah.
because you're in control.
See,
So the thing is,
I don't
the
think
two
this is.
yellows, the two reds near the flag, they are easily accessible. That yellow is not.
I don't know whether I'm in love with that shot, to be honest.
He probably didn't play it as well as what he wanted to, but to be completely fair, he's still in control.
He is in control.
She's still winning. She's up there with Gish. Won the mega.
$700.
He's just going to run this red down over the hole.
Yep.
Just play pocket weight, don't pot it.
Yeah, she's blind up.
Literally,
Do you-
he has to roll it.
See, I still don't mind. Like, how do you deal with the cluster in the middle?
The cluster in the middle, if you get ball in hand, if you can actually play it from halfway between the bulk line and the blue spot and actually stun into that yellow and move yellow out
Yeah.
of the way.
I don't mind doing that now.
But
Well, that yellow's dead.
It's not a bad option now.
Play it now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
just
mind the
like
option
that.
now. That's
See,
fine.
Reds can go frame now.
Yeah, it's a fine option for me because where the yellows are, it's not an issue. I mean, if you go out on yellows from here, well done.
I don't think you can.
You can't.
I don't think Mick Hill could go out on
He
yellows
is.
from there.
Jacob's just got.
I'll tell you how difficult that was. Chris Milling couldn't go out on yellows from there.
Jacob's going to try and like the black or fucking.
And-
He's got to make something very hard.
That's exactly what he just tried to do. He's tried to throw out the black.
If Rod rolls his red down, he can still play the Jackie. The green ball Jackie.
I don't like that because you're giving away control of the pocket because then your red is behind
Yeah,
his
but
yellow.
If he punches it hard enough, he can come up top side of the table and still play the red off the yellow to open it up.
I don't like it.
I still think he can do it.
I think he's got to
He might
play it.
tuck up in though.
I think he's got to play it, but that's even better
It's a good shot.
because he's still winning the battle. The red's closer to the hole.
I like the shot. And like
The
I
only time that he loses control here is if that's his last red, and Jacob can play a turnover on it, and the black's stuck against that yellow.
Worst thing is,
You don't move. You don't move this yellow now.
worst thing
You
is-
never move this yellow now.
Yeah, but you don't want to move the yellow near the black either.
Is this one of those ones where you disguise a legitimate attempt?
But the only thing you can really do is, what do? Do you sit the white on top of the red?
Here's what I do. I come off
punch
the
the
left-hand
yellow out
rail and I try to
then
hit
sit
the yellow and just slide past the
I think
black.
you've just got to try and sit the white on top of the red. Not like that though.
See, I think you've just given away the frame
We have now, but
because
it
Ruds
was
should be
hard
a.
shot.
I reckon Ruds can pot the middle one out of the three reds that are together and go up the rail and kick the black out.
You're risking a fair bit of movement with that other red though.
I don't think you go into it. I think you can miss
don't
it.
Touch it.
Yeah, I reckon you can miss it.
Oh, you might not actually.
Yep, just like that. And now you go on frame. The black drops in the
He's
middle.
fine now. Yeah, he can just float down.
The black drops in the middle. Yeah, float down for the one on the bottom rail.
No, he's fine.
You've got the one in the left middle, and like, you know, that's frame, and we're looking at
Yeah, like
4-7. 4-7.
Yellows are cooked.
Oh, they're not cooked. They all have a home, but I don't think you get back to the table to
Doesn't matter,
put them
you
in
want
their
them
home.
Ooh.
No, he's all right. He's got a little bit of angle. He's got a little bit of angle. He's got to
Little
force it
offset
just a
out.
touch, but
He would have actually liked to have been a bit higher. If
Actually-
you're being fussy.
myself, I'd try to play this with a little bit of top. So you come off the bottom rail into the right-hand side rail, and you just get that little bit nicer angle.
Yeah,
I
no,
wouldn't risk stunning it, because if you come back, you're left
Yeah,
with a long shot,
like they don't
and you're
mind-
on the rail.
Yeah, I don't mind playing it off the rail. Like just sort of nudging it. Like. But you want to land sort of high side of the red that's going to the middle, so you can come back to the black in the right middle.
As long as you can see the white ball here and make good purchase, I think you're fine. See, Rudd's stunned it there.
You might have to be. It's not
Look,
easy.
what you can do is you can nick this in left centre
You can.
and come up off the
Always
top
go
rail
down.
and back down, and the black
Ideally-
into this bottom.
Ideally, he
Right.
would have liked to have been up near the right rail and then played the black to the right middle. So now he's going to have to play a shot, but you know, obviously,
I mean,
runs in
this
still,
is-
but
This
it
is all
makes it-
just
it
pace.
makes it
It's
a bit
pace control.
trickier- It makes it a bit of a trickier lure out than what it was.
It's
I
pace
think
control.
top rail.
Maybe a touch of left hand side.
These middles run forgiving, but I'm sure.
No,
Rudd's
you don't
gonna
have to
get
hit. You don't have to hit this that hard because you're
No,
hitting
of
it
course
thin.
not. Shot. No, you don't have to hit it hard at all. Just kill it well, as he's
See,
done.
and he's actually played that. Like I thought you'd have to come off the top rail.
I'll tell you what though, if you ask Rudds after this frame where he wanted black ball, he would told you right middle. I'm telling you that right now.
I think so. But I mean,
He'll take it.
he's
Gibbo, do you mind grabbing me a Bundy? 0?
He's opened himself up a little bit of a lead
Yeah.
here.
Do you want a beer?
I won't say no.
Grab fuel one as well, please. Not a Bundy Zero though.
Ruds has opened himself a
right.
handy lead here.
7 or 8-4? 7-4?
7-4.
7-4?
You know,
It's opened up a bit.
so
Salty's on the... What have we got here, Salty?
the old Crunch Bar.
They've
The old Crunch Bar, they are delicious.
been around for years,
How-
haven't they?
How bad has shrinkflation hit them though? Because I remember them being quite chunky, and now they are so thin. You need to eat 2, just to have
I don't
what
know,
you used to get. They used to be
I'm not
90
as
grams,
old
I'm
as
pretty
you
sure.
boys. Can you remember them or? Nah.
Oh, Damo's 2 years younger than me, and he's pretending he's like 20.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I didn't see a black and white TV.
Yeah, never heard of it. Haven't heard of a UHF, wireless radio, whatever.
What the hell is dial up?
Yeah, exactly. Dodo. Cheers, bro.
Oh, cheers, Gibbo.
Rod's the break. 7-4. Yeah, I've heard of Walkman.
Mate, I know what an 8-track is.
Oh, sledgy. The
He's
sound.
he's continuing
The sound.
to use the sledgy brake, and I tell you what, these reds, the first one's a little bit tricky, and it's all about pace control.
I think,
And so long as he can get this first one, I think it's got to be left middle.
yeah.
But it's so long as he gets the float up off the
rail between the 2 yellows and back down, and then you're fine.
and you are. So this is just all about pace control.
Bottom left for last, and then black in the middle right. But as long as you float up between those 2 yellows between the top rail, and you land anywhere near the top side of the bulk line, you're fine, because you can play that one in the middle right, and then you're there. You're fine from there. So
I feel like bottom left's your safety ball. It doesn't have to be. Oh,
okay, he's probably got a bit lucky there, to be honest.
I think he has, because he hasn't left anything easy on, especially on the reds.
That's yeah.
Jake,
Honestly, didn't expect Ruds to miss that, but hey, we all miss.
Jake
so
would be grinning on the inside here. If he can nick this back into the middle left, he will back himself. Oh, I
He's
tell
got a
you what,
result
he's
too.
got a result.
So interesting, actually, a couple of shots early in that frame, because I actually first shot I thought, oh, it's nearly game over, but
I thought
Hey.
we were marking that one down as a master break.
100%. But hey, it's a final, and you know, like I said, I probably wouldn't make that shot, so I can't say anything negative. Yeah, but he's on that red to the right middle. Now he's okay.
Well,
Oh,
and see, these are. I don't expect to see another miss shot as we did before. I believe he will take.
yeah, I think so. Now.
He'll
I think
take
he's fine now.
he'll take this middle ball, the one above the black spot. I believe he'll take that now, and then he'll take the one closest to the yellow, both of them into the left middle, leaving himself a nice angle to pot the one in the top right.
I'd actually rather take this one to the middle left and then take the one in the top right to get it out of the way. I don't like the transition. But
What I don't like about that is
it's got
you're
to go down
leaving.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
If you're off angle, you could be going into. And this is why Ruds is in the final and we're not, because he's gone, no, you use the side rail. You put that one
So
in the
he's
middle,
gonna-
you come back, you use the
So he's
side
gonna
rail.
go black off the rail off the yellow.
Nah, I reckon that
Bottom right.
I reckon that black goes clean. And I think he's just slightly undertouched this one. But he'll float past the other red and have it in the same middle pocket. As you can see, he's lining it up now
Yeah.
where he wants the white ball. He's landed perfect there.
Oh, he's fine. He's got angle.
I reckon he can actually float down
Yeah.
past the yellow and
Yep.
have the black in the right mid.
Yep, definitely.
You're probably better off overplaying this and getting the white to the bottom rail.
I'd rather overplay this and get down the bottom rail than just try and have a fine
Yeah,
cut
because
back
if
in the middle.
you pull up, he's jacking up on it. He doesn't like the angle. Yeah, he may have been going into the yellows and risk not leaving himself a shot.
So I said before that he'd go off the rail, off the yellow. In,
I reckon
so
it goes
I don't
clean.
know, it must go clean. I mean, like I said, Rudd's is way better than me, so he knows what's going on. There you
Off
go.
the yellow. Well, not off the rail, off the yellow, but just off the yellow.
I initially thought it might have been rail first, then yellow, like when I first seen it.
I
But yeah,
I reckon it snuck past. Regardless,
Yeah.
I think he's not. I think he may have just lightly mishit it, and it's just brushed
Probably-
that yellow,
probably did a
and
little
it's
bit.
it's still been safe.
I
It's dropped.
didn't think it was like rail yellow, but yeah, whatever works.
And this is turning into a big hill for Jacob to climb, and he's just gone dry, and that will not help
Doesn't
his
look like a
case.
good cluster.
He looks a little bit frustrated with that one.
Yellows. Oh, yeah.
I actually don't mind the reds here. I think all the reds have a hole. You've got that one right up the top, which is sort of in the no-go zone.
I don't mind the yellows.
I think the
you can
yellows.
play this one down the bottom left, and then you can play the one off the bottom right, off the rail, and then
Into the
reds,
red.
and then open up that one on the rail.
That may shake though. Like the one, if you play that off the rail into the red, it may jaw and sit. See,
It's good.
I like the reds, and I think that was the key shot.
Now
You
it's
get
close
that
to his
right.
work. I mean, I
Yeah.
like the either, to be honest, but like I said, I'm not
This-
rattling, so.
There's a couple of finessey shots here. Actually, there's some very finessing shots here. And I think we'll just let Ruds play it out. We won't try and guess. Because if I try and guess, I'll get it wrong.
Yeah, but half the fun is like trying to see how you see it. You know, we're not perfect, so.
Do you, so I watch a fair bit of Ultimate Pool.
Yep.
Do you see their break and then pause it and try to guess what they're going to do?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, because I do. I
I'll
do
look
that
at
from
the
time to
games all the
time.
and it's funny because like sometimes like I'll watch it and I'll call a few shots. I'll be like, oh shit, that's good. I'm on the right path. And then I'll call something like even tonight, I'll call something. I'll be like, oh okay,
Hmm.
but like sometimes good,
Sometimes good,
sometimes not.
sometimes shit.
So it's funny,
Sometimes
isn't it?
maybe
Like,
good,
That's a good shot.
sometimes
That's
maybe
a good
shit.
shot.
That
That's
is
a great shot.
exceptional.
That's a great shot. But like, that's the thing, like.
That's one I wouldn't have
sometimes,
seen if I was
like,
at the table.
You'll call a shot like that, say for example, and you'll be like, "Oh, I'm the best player in the world," and then you'll try and call something else. You'll be like, "Oh, I was nowhere near." You'll be like, "Oh,
Yep.
I don't even know what I'm talking about."
See,
You know what I mean? Like,
That's what happens when Chris Melling's at the table.
yeah, exactly.
You go,
Yeah.
you hit pause and you go, oh, I'll play this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And then Chris Melling comes to the table and plays the first shot completely different to what you think
He plays the.
and turns it into the
Yeah.
most simplest of out you've ever seen.
Does he play the red that's above the yellow now, or is he coming in back in behind it?
I think lots of left-hand side on this one to straighten the white up.
Too much.
He's had a miscue there, but that's what he was trying to do because what he wanted to do was pot the one to the
Yeah.
bottom right and then come back out so he
Yeah.
could pot the one to bottom left and then go into the
The
yellow,
yellow to yeah.
to
yeah,
pot it into the bottom
Yep.
left again.
Yeah, which is fair.
And Salty's got the the dynamic camera
Yeah.
locked on wacky here.
I suppose
we're
Wacky's
on-
trying to.
we're on
break
Wacky
in that
cam.
for- yeah, like you could have taken
Um,
that one first, but then you've got to try and break into yellow and open it up. So understandable with the shot, isn't it? Really.
Something we could do, I don't know if the players would be up for it, but we could we could do an in the mind of the player, and we could mic up Ruds and Jacob for a frame, and they could say what they're feeling
I don't reckon
and
they'd
what
do
they're
it.
thinking.
I don't reckon they'd do it.
I think that'd be a great insight.
Yeah, I don't reckon they'd do it. Plus, they've got us, so they don't need us.
Well, true.
You just follow through that red and play it over the bottom left and just leave the white like sort of. So
I
make
think you
yellow
can
near the
pot
black.
it with a bit of
Yeah.
top, come mopping on and off the rail.
Yeah, I
No,
don't mind it.
he couldn't. That's a good leave. There's nothing wrong with that. I tell you what, match fitness is really starting to show here, isn't it? That was a great attempt.
Yeah, it's not about attempt. It's just the worst thing is he's left Ruds on his hardest red because that was tied
No.
up.
I don't
Now
think
he's
that's his.
straight
I
line.
think his hardest reds. Like, I think the reds are now just hard.
Yeah, but his hardest red was the
There
one that
isn't-
he's on now.
There
because-
isn't an easy pot on reds at the moment because it's going to be very hard to get control of that cue ball. See, now you're doing the cross-face double. So you can get up the top.
He could even.
See,
nick
that's
off
what
the
he's looking at.
No, he could nick off the right hand side of the red and play the turnover and just leave the wide in the bottom pocket though,
Yeah,
which is what he's
Yeah.
done.
yeah, I don't mind it. I was just thinking, how do you pot out?
Yeah,
Mine.
yeah.
And
Still
see,
leaves a
that's-
shot on, but like that's a good shot.
That's a great shot.
That's a good shot. I mean, Rod's got he's got a one rail escape off the middle, but he doesn't want to leave like Jacob on the one to the middle right. So if he can actually tuck it in up off this red, oh, it's a great effort. It's a great effort.
It is. The yellows are open now.
Yeah. You play a good shot, you get a good result. So, well played, Jacob. Now he's got the chance to have a go at him.
He's been rewarded.
Just got to navigate him.
He's got to make sure of this. This is a shot you've got to make sure of.
He's got
And
to play
that's-
this one in the middle left and get the high side, so he can play that one in the middle right now. Otherwise, like, because there's no.
You've got to
chance he
pick
can
the
do it.
gap.
Yeah, he can stun through the gap though. Still fine. I would have liked to have played it a little bit harder, but he's still fine. I would have liked to have been like high side bulk line on that one in the middle. So
No,
he's running away.
he's fine here because I actually
Yeah, no,
like.
it's still fine. It's still fine. Like it's only been picky.
I actually don't like that. I liked dropping that in pocket weight and playing the one close to the blue spot and down bottom left. So then you've got to drop in the middle, bottom pocket, around for the black.
Yeah,
This has just become infinitely harder because he's tried to land perfect on a dime and he hasn't.
still should be okay. I'll still back him in to pot it. Good shot. Good shot.
So this looks in off.
Nah, he's fine. He'll be off the bottom play it with a bit of right hand side, he'll be fine. Oh, you've called it well.
That was in off every day of the week.
I actually thought
I don't like the way you map those out.
so the
He had to
shot
drop
he
that one
made.
in the middle.
yeah, but the
So-
mistake he made was not landing high side of that yellow. That's where it started going pear shaped because
Yep.
he landed too low, and then he was sort of chasing himself from there because he had to play it off 2 rails.
Yep. But he tried to play
Then he started chasing.
too big a shot
Yeah.
to land. Like he tried to land on a dime where he could have just landed okay if he
They
just
would've taken that
if he
one
just
first,
drops
he'd
the
been
one in
fine.
if he just drops the one in the middle, comes on and off
Yeah.
the rail, and then he plays the one long down the bottom left. He's fine. He's got one in the middle, one down the bottom.
Yeah.
Whichever one he lands on, you know,
One-
you
the
can
one
play
on
the
the
one
top-
down. You can play the one down the bottom. You got the
on
one.
high side
You got the other
middle
one up top.
was nearly one of his trouble balls, really.
Yeah, and
And that's what got him into trouble because he didn't
Yeah.
play it early enough. So, Rudd's just going to play this with a bit of left hand side. and
Rudd's
come
pulled up a
float
little
back
bit
down
short
flank.
here, but
No, he'll be fine. Play it
He-
with a bit of left hand side.
I don't even think you need the left hand side. I think you can just play this natural.
Well, he can play that. He can play it. Rudd's can play it whatever way he wants. It's Rudd's. I'm not going to tell him how to do it. Me, I'll probably play it with a bit of left hand side to sort of straighten it up a bit, but
I don't think you need to.
no, it probably doesn't need to.
So, and we're looking at 9-4 here, folks.
Ruddling up. 9-4 up.
Spuddlinga is on a tear,
He is a spud.
and I do believe in the history of the super singles, we've
How
only
many's he
had
won?
one winner. I believe Rudds has won every year of the super singles.
It wouldn't surprise me if
I
he has, to
don't
be
think
honest.
there's been anyone else win it.
Wouldn't surprise me if there wasn't.
Salty would be able to correct me.
Have you won one? You
There
mad
is no
bastard.
chance.
When was that?
08.
2008.
I'm guessing there was. I'm guessing there was a year where Rudds didn't play in it. The Salt's claiming he beat
how
Rudds.
many like,
In,
Super
like-
Singles seasons have there been? Because like I've only played.
must have been
here
Super
for
Singles too.
6 years, right? And it wasn't Super Singles.
Nah,
wasn't played when I
Tony.
was first started. You?
Terry Adams
No.
didn't beat Shaden in the final. That was in the
Yeah, same.
semi-final to
Yeah.
go through to play Rudds in the final.
And then you've had like a fair bit of
I
spell.
did see that message you've just sent through there, Tone, and I do remember that
Hey?
match.
I can remember chopping up Salty earlier this season.
I
but that's
thought
about it.
Shaden had that in the bag. Rudds has got his break on lock. And this has been the difference in the match because Rudds has been coming to the table and
What's he
consistently
like?
potting off the
Whatever he
break.
wants.
And Jacob's had a few dry breaks.
Yellows. Does he
Oh,
like yellows. or reds?
yellows are.
Yellows. Yeah, right.
He's looking at reds. No, he's not. He's looking at yellows.
He's fast. On the commentary.
Never. Never.
That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Can't take you anywhere, mate.
So it's just.
Oh, look, we've just had some comments coming through, and I can tell you that Salty has won a Super Singles, and there's been one other winner apart from Salty and Rudds, and that's Jono Jenkins from out Cressy Way.
Yeah.
Jono is a very solid player. I'm not sure what he's up to now, but
I think he's down Burnley way, isn't
he may be down Burnie Way.
he? Jono's a really good bloke.
He is
actually.
a very good bloke, and he is a solid player. He can.
Yeah, I think he's down Burnley way. Yeah,
He definitely
I mean,
cues a nice ball.
I actually.
So thanks, Shaden, for coming in with those little tips.
Who's coming in with the comments?
Shout out to Tony and Scotty Capriva, who are also watching. Tony Quash, our yellow crayon.
Are they mouthing off? Are they?
Oh, nah, Tony's not mouthing off. Tony never
well,
mouths off.
nah.
Tony's too polite for that. He's a good bloke.
Lucky for him then.
Scotty Capriva has just messaged in. He's gone, I play Rudd's final, might be first one. So I'm not sure. Salty might be able to fact check that. But did Scotty Capriva play Rudd's in the final of the first Super Singles?
When was that? 1984 or something, was it?
I feel like that was like 2009.
Jesus. Scotty, it doesn't matter, mate. You're not playing tonight, so have a rest, mate.
We love you, Scotty. You're a good bloke, mate.
I do love you, mate. Yeah. Yep. Shocked.
And this is the black's a little bit tricky here. What are we doing with the black?
Well, it's
Are we
going
trying to
to
land on the gap in the middle?
Well, I mean,
I can't see much else.
I think he's got to try and play at the same pocket as the next yellow he's going to play, to be fair.
It doesn't go. It does not go in that pocket.
Don't know. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it's
With a
got to
bit of
be
right
left
inside.
middle. You got to
Fair
land
call.
on the gap.
It's a pretty tough shot. Oh, tough for us. Shot.
That is on a string.
That's
That
a
is
great shot.
millimetre perfect.
That's why it is
Just
very
open-
lovely.
Open the hole up.
Shot,
And-
Rods.
And
Great hit, mate.
the king is on the hill.
That's a good shot. What a kills.
This has been a sensational fight back.
Just love
He
watching
lost
the
his
man
he
go
lost
about
his
business,
qualifying
mate.
he lost his qualifying final this morning against Jacob, and I almost feel like he's taken that
Well,
personally, and he's come out in this final,
I
grand final, and he's gone, I
was,
will not lose to you again. I am going to show you the
He's-
difference in quality,
he's been around for that long, but I actually said to
and that's what he's done.
I said to Chelsea earlier. I was talking to Chelsea earlier, and Chelsea had won through, and then Ruds had lost to Jacob. I said, man, you're going to be up for a tough fight because Ruds lost. I said, you're going to be up for a tough fight because he doesn't lose twice. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
And like I said to Chelsea, I said, you're more than capable. I said, but Ruds does not lose twice. Like, I'd rather. I said, Nave, I said, you and him would have been a great final. Not saying any other finals not great.
In the
But
words
like,
of the
I was
Anzacs,
just like, you're gonna have to play him in the prelim because he's gonna be fired up. You know what I mean? Like,
in the words of the Anzacs, there wouldn't be another bloke you'd want in the trenches with you, because you know that Ruds would fight tooth and
Oh, mate.
fucking nail.
he
He
know,
wouldn't give up, and he doesn't give
I
up.
literally said, like, after he lost that first final to Jacob, I said, he's going to be hard to beat now because he's going to be just, like, very, very determined, you know.
Yep.
Not only is he a freak, but if he loses
I mean,
once, he
he's-
doesn't lose twice. Like, do you know what I mean?
He's captain Tassie.
Yeah.
He's represented Australia. He makes the money in most big tournaments he plays in. He once told me he spent 30 grand of his own money travelling around Australia, playing in all the big competitions, just so he could work on his game and learn off the best in Australia. And like this is the thing. Like you see, young Alex Pace, what he's doing at the moment with his 20k to 200 grand challenge. That's virtually what he's doing. He's travelling Australia. He's playing the best of the best.
Yeah.
And he's trying to improve. And because he's been picked in the Australian side, he plans on going away. And when he goes away, he wants to be playing the best he possibly can. So that was the drive, and that was the reason why he started this challenge. And
Thing I love about Ruds is like he's just so down to earth, and he'll always help you out. Like
very humble.
If you want help on the 8-ball table, or you want to get some advice or whatever it is, he's always the first. Like,
and it doesn't matter what level you're at either.
Help, like he's always going to help you.
It doesn't matter whether you're a Premier League player or you've never picked up a cue before. Ruds will give you the time.
And that's why he's so respected in our community, because like he's Ruds, and he's a freak on the table, but he's so humble and always willing to help out. So,
and that's not just like it's not just on the table that he's willing to help out. He's willing to help out people off the table as well.
100%.
He's just a.
Does he nick it off? No, he doesn't want to nick it off the red. Is he just going?
I think he might.
Yeah, I was a bit worried about that shot. Just a little bit. I was only a little bit worried about it because
trying to manufacture a little bit of angle.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried about it.
The red still goes. It is a fucking exceptional shot to come off the left-hand side rail, kick it, and drop it.
I am the Mick Hill specialist, so I'd be able to teach him. This would probably be the only shot I'd be able to teach him.
I potted one of these against Brooksy earlier tonight, so
they feel good when you get them too, don't they?
Yep, and it left me fat on the black.
Yeah.
So, and I played for it, which is that's the best thing.
Yeah. I was a bit surprised at the last shot. I mean, as we said at the start of the day, like I was like, well, I'm a termite compared to Ruts, so I'm never going to do anything that he does.
I wouldn't call yourself a termite.
No, but you know what I mean. Like,
there's levels to our game.
Yeah,
and you honestly you have to earn it. Stepping up the levels, you have to earn it.
100%. Yeah.
You've got to put in the time.
That's it.
You've got to be dedicated. You've got to be disciplined, and you've got to earn it. You can't just pick up a cue. Well, there might be a few freaks out there that can just pick up a cue and they just knock balls in and they just do it.
Yeah. Not a lot though.
You've got to learn. You've got to be dedicated.
Got to be disciplined.
And you got to be disciplined. It's not like riding a bike. When I came back after 6 years off, I was actually, to be honest, I won my first 9 frames in Premier League, and I thought, mate, this is just 8-ball. That's what you do. But I soon realised that's not how it's going to go every week, because I think I lost.
Not when people get better, people are practicing, people are putting in time.
That's right. That's right. And nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to lose. So everybody you play in this game consistently are going to be putting in the time, putting in the effort.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to win.
Do you want to grab some Bundy? Is that right? Do you want a beer? No. Do you want a beer?
No, why not?
Okay. I'll just go to the piss out and I'll be back.
I'd just like to thank all the other participants that played in the Super Singles this season. We had a really good field. It was a strong competitive field. You didn't know going into every night whether you'd come away with a win or not, because you actually had to really fight out and try. So obviously we've got like Ruds and Jacob who have made it through to the final tonight, and it's well deserved. They both finished top 4. They've taken their chances and made the most of it. But I'd like to thank all the other players who made this season possible. So you got Nathan Charles, Peter Donati, Alex Brooks, Tony Quash, Nathan Gibson, Mick Hennessy, who was very stiff to miss out on the finals. I managed to pip him by just over 1% to finish in, so it was very tight. Andrew Saltmarsh had a pretty good season. Rolf Stevenson, Damo Stafford, who's on comms with me tonight, Jared Wilson, Jason Wicks and Josh Walkden. Like, without you guys, this comp wouldn't have happened. So, cheers for playing, and hopefully you all take something out of it and your game improves. I really want to shout out the 3 players at the bottom, Jared, Jason and Josh. You guys, your games have all improved out of sight. Jason's only just started playing Q Sports in the last 18 months, and he has improved. Like, his learning curve has been quite steep. So, good things to come there, I do believe. And as we touched on earlier, Jared Wilson, the time he's putting in, he will only get better.
I actually think...
and Josh Walkden is starting to cue a really, really good ball.
I actually think a lot of the blokes down that end, like it says there, say 13th, 14th, whatever. But I've seen them through the year have a lot of 8-5 results against top players, and you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, when I played Jared, I think I only beat him 8-5, 8-6.
Yeah.
And he
That's
played.
what I mean, like,
I had to lock in because I'm like, he's pushing me, and I've got to really focus.
Like it says only, say, 2 points or 4 points down the bottom towards the end, but a lot of their losses, like, they were pushing like Jason Wicks, like against Mick Hennessy, like Mick beat him
8-7.
Like,
Mick Hennessy's represented Tasmania in the Masters. Mick Hennessy is a very solid
it says
player.
that down the bottom, and they've only had a win. But you actually look at a lot of those, especially when you're in here every Thursday night and you see the results. Like, a lot of those blokes have had really good seasons without actually making the top 8, if that makes sense. Like, because they should be proud within themselves because they've had a lot of really good games. You know?
Just on screen right now, we've got the results from today leading up to tonight's final.
Phil Ed, round 1. Where we got?
I lost to Brooksy 9-8.
First result, Phil Ed lost.
He may have jagged a yellow in the last frame, and that led to him winning the frame. You want to see the replay? I could show you the replay.
I'll tell you what, Alex Brooks is my cousin, right?
It was disgusting.
If he's listening, and I hope he is, I really hope he is, I'll be like, you fluking little bastard. And he's a ringer too.
It was disgusting. He missed his plant by so much.
Brooksy, you fluking prick. But
that's
all right.
You know, that's able. That's only one shot, and he had to play 8. Actually, he had to play 7 because I put it a yellow off the break and missed my next shot.
Jacob's just like, I'm going to go for this. Is he going to screw into this yellow now? Or he has to now.
He has to. And he's just called a push shot on himself or a double hit.
Nah, was it a push or did it come back on his cue?
I feel like he said. I feel like he said. I feel like he just said that was a push shot.
Come back on his tip or? Yeah. Oh no. Trouble ball.
I mean,
Bottom.
that's a beautiful thing about our game too. Like, if we mess up, and we know we've messed up, we call it on ourselves. You would be hard pressed to find a player that would not call a foul on themselves if they fouled.
He's going in this red down the bottom now.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. He's going.
He's
in
got to
this
go
red
in
down
now. Into the yellow. You want to go into the yellow? I feel like you wanted to go to yellow there, but the red passes to both side bottoms now, bottom pockets, so there's no worries there at all.
The rail. I mean, it makes like it's a little bit more of a tricky shot than it was, but he's still fine. Like,
I think I just think you just push through with a little bit of top.
Doesn't have to. No, it doesn't have to play top. Oh. I'd actually rather soft screw, but everyone's got their own choice. You know what I mean?
This camera angle's sort of skewing it for me. Yeah, you got to use the side rail, a little soft screw.
I'd rather a soft screw.
Definitely.
Yeah. Angle fine.
They're all there now. Done, done, done.
Red and black. Does that go bottom left? Or
It goes in the middle. I can see it from here.
Can he hold? Can he hold? Yeah. Surely he plays this one down the bottom right. Yeah, he can hold from the left, and then go middle right, and then up top. Surely. He's not running away too far from his work, is he? Do you think? Do you reckon he's running away too far, or is he right?
I think he's. I think he can hold.
I think he might.
Well, you don't have to hit this like.
No, so he couldn't. The reason why he's played that is because he knew that he couldn't hold. Because if you're trying to hold that, it's too hard. Like he was running up that side.
I feel like he could hold, but the white would have been going into the yellows,
Right, and then
and you don't know what you're going to be left with. You could have been left with hamper queuing and stuff. So he's gone the safe option. And
the percentage.
Salty, why can't all your cameras have the clarity of that side camera? That is sensational.
He's playing the percentage.
Well, then you need to spend another $4,000 and buy 2 more cameras.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And that's why we call him wacky.
Couldn't see that on that screen.
No, he actually played that.
That is true.
You knew that one.
Me cousin Alex Brooks just sent me a message. He's like, "Shut up, you! Shut the fuck up!" I think he said. Nah, he said, "Just shut up." I was like, "What?"
Did you say anything to me? No.
Malcolm Gar. Yeah. Love you, bro. That's another good young player that's coming through, actually.
Yeah, he actually finished in the top 20 of the Australian under-23s. I'll tell you what, this last batch of under-23 players for Tassie, they're going to be hard to beat because you had Jacob, Joe, Jacob, Malcolm, and Jesse all in the top 30.
And then Cooper could have played in there too.
But no, Cooper couldn't play in it.
Well, is he too old? Is he?
Yeah, Cooper's closer to 30. He's closer to 30 than he is fucking 23.
I don't believe it.
He definitely is.
Well, I'm about 53 then, aren't I?
Oh, wow.
Shot rods.
Malcolm's
Look at the clarity on that. I'm about to get a message from Cooper Demmers saying, "Shut the fuck up, I'm not that old."
He probably will too. Brooksy's like, I was listening about my fluke.
That's all right. I think on aggregate, I get Brooksy this season. He may have beaten me 9-8 in the final, but I beat him 8-3 during the season. So
So you should have
That's-
actually just moved straight through.
that's a
Shouldn't have even counted.
16-12 on aggregate.
So it's your favour.
Yeah.
So fuck off.
Nah, look, I'll be honest.
Is
That's
this-
the first time I've ever beaten Brooksy in anything that
Is this for the
matters.
Yes,
This
Raj.
is for.
win?
This could be the final black
Because Ron-
of the
Ron does what
2025-2026 NTBA Super Singles,
And he's done it.
and he has done it.
Troy Rudley.
Congratulations
Super
to
Singles
Troy
winner.
Rudley on winning the 2025-2026 Super Singles, and congratulations to Jacob Dunn for making the final. This is a huge step forward for
Yeah.
him.
Massive.
He's playing some sensational A-ball. He may not be pleased with the result tonight, but he should walk out of it with his head held high, because he has represented himself extremely well throughout the competition, and especially today. And there's only big things to come for this bloke. He will
Troy-
be we love you, mate.
What a freak. Well played.
T-Rex.
Love ya. And we look forward to
Congratulations.
hopefully beating you one day. To be
Oh.
honest, like, we'd all love to
The
beat him,
dream.
but he's a freak. We love him. If we beat him in a single frame, we're happy. So yeah, Ruds is Ruds. Like we love watching him.
I
play.
mean, don't take anything off Jacob.
Nah,
He beat Troy today, and he took 5 frames off him in the
well
final.
played.
So
Yep.
he's done extremely well.
Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks
Cheers.
for listening to the final. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers for putting up with our dribble.
Cheers, Salty.
Until next time.